can't.
You mean this? You mean to say you're not going to be able to post the Belgian part?
I don't know. I don't know when it stopped, actually.
Well.
Now that annoys me.
Are you feeling nervous?
Okay. No.
Did you start a new split?
I mean, I started it again. I don't know. Nope. Bluff our way through. Actually, I think we might have a handle on this case. All the pieces are coming together nicely.
We only have 3 pieces of evidence, Falco. Awesome. Let's demolish this pompous prosecutor with walls of evidence. Oh no. Senor Falcon, I trust everything is in order?
Absolutely. I have every intention of bringing the truth to light in this trial.
Such confidence of the young. It's magnificent to see. And bringing truth to light, you say? An admirable goal. No more jousting at imaginary giants. All of your satiate yammer in the doors. Here we go. Buena suerte, Senor Falcon. We will.
We will.
I came. Are we ready?
We're ready.
Okay.
Believe in yourself, Sparrow.
JJ.
Severin.
Nervous?
Why would I be nervous? I'm not nervous. I'm as calm as a cuckoo. You're the nervous one. This whole courtroom is nervous.
Whoa, cool your feathers, Falcon. Terrible. You can't even maintain a stoic facade. I thought this trial would be the perfect opportunity. Previous. But if this is how you act before the trial.
Why, you pompous tilt posture. Perfect.
He does have good posture. Oh my.
That is a different
Romulus?
Or Romulus? Where's Remus?
Order. Let's all settle down. Court is now in session. Psst. Falcon.
What is it?
Is it me? Or does the primary judge look hairier today? Herrera.
There is a different judge to the one who resided over Dame Catalin's trial, you doofus.
Oh, still, it's a little strange, ain't it?
Not really. There are a dozen judges in Paris alone. It only makes sense that we see different ones in different cases.
Wait, why is the jury the same? That sounds more rigged.
Excuse me, Your Honor. I was under the impression that Judge Maxime would be residing over this case. Where is he?
Judge Maxime has gone on temporary sick leave due to a terrible accident with a flying stairs. Alright then. Any other questions?
That's not suspicious at all.
But rest assured, assayers, prosecutor, defense, and members of the jury, that I am more than qualified to fill his shoes. Now, without further ado, let's get this show underway. This is the trial of Prince Juan Querido, who stands accused of murdering Major Howe and conspiring to murder the king himself. Roll call.
The defense is present already, Your Honor.
The prosecution is ready, Your Honor. Good. Very good.
Good, Romulus?
Good, Romulus. Good, Romulus. Nice, Romulus.
Please don't look at me like that.
I'll expect this to be a nice, speedy trial. I don't want to see this dragged out by technicalities and bureaucracy.
You got in the wrong profession.
Well said, Your Honor. I expect that once the court sees the overwhelming evidence, the trial will be over in rare minutes.
Rare minutes?
He's only messing with your head, Falcon. Keep it together.
Page 44.
So, we're all on the same page then? Excellent. Very excellent. Prosecutor, please kill the first witness on the stand.
Kill the first witness?
There will be no witnesses. Very well. I call police officer who investigated the... I call upon Inspector Justy Voltaire... Voltois. Step up to the stand, Inspector, and be hurry. I swear to speak without... I'm getting all my voices mixed up. I swear to speak without... to tell the whole truth and nothing but truth. Please recite your name and occupation for the court record. My name is Inspector Justy Voloretti. I am a servant to the law. To the gutter rats, a righteous man on the sea. I rule the waves. Or at least I did until I lost both arms. That will do, Inspector. We've heard all about your sea. Oh, Cocarino is really going for the speed record, isn't he?
The speedrun inventor.
He's going for the second witness clip. Now, can you tell us what you witnessed on the morning of the 7th of January? Of course. At 10 o'clock in the morning, I was called the Louvre's Grand Gallery by one of the King's Royal Guards. Alright. Did he just say o'clock? There I saw Prince Juan, King Louis Philippe, the corpse of Major Howe, with rose in hand, about 24 citizens. The citizens and the king himself all attest to seeing Major Howell taking the rose from Prince Howell and then promptly dropping dead. And what did the morgue uncover upon examining the corpse? The coroner determines without any certainty at all that poisoning.
We're not sure at all.
I don't know how he died. He found a dead man and we brought him to the morgue. Aside from a prick upon the finger, there was no sign of external harm to Major Howell's body.
Was there a spinning wheel nearby?
Therefore, the poison rose. It's obviously the cause of death. Duh. Putting the pieces together, the does seem very implicative of the prince. I have no further questions.
Damn. I was hoping that the coroner's report would determine that the guy died from a freak heart attack or something. That's what we
Falcon,
were betting our money on.
we bet our money on worse bets before. That would make for a particularly speedy trial, wouldn't it? But no, we're not so lucky. Something else must be amiss in the old bird's testimony. Right, Falcon?
I have no idea. Did we even investigate this crime?
I thought we just took a tour of Paris. We went to the Louvre. We visited the famous taverns. We gambled a little bit. We went to get some chocolate, Belgian chocolate.
We had a good time.
We had a real good time. We even went to visit Nat Fox a couple times.
Right. I'll tear it apart.
Falcon, wasn't it? Don't waste the court's time. A high-ranking police officer wouldn't lie on the stand.
I wouldn't accuse the inspector of lying. I just want to make sure that every base is properly covered.
It sounds like pointless nitpicking to me, but I'll allow it. Once. Go on, Falcon. Do your cross-examination, so-called. Oh no.
10 o'clock.
10 o'clock. That's wrong.
Major Howell. 2,000 citizens.
The 2,000 citizens doesn't seem right. Were there that many people around? People can't even count that high.
Inspector, you say there are around 2,000 citizens, all of whom attest to seeing my client deliver the poisoned rose.
Oh boy. When you put it like that, our situation seems a little dire, doesn't it? Correct. I collected precisely 22 testimonias, and there was no major inconsistency.
Never mind.
I think that's the best we can go with.
Hey. Let's try something else. You say the coroner determined with certainty. No, I didn't say that. The Major Howell was killed by poison.
Correct. Each state of the side of the symptoms were textbook. Death was natural.
The coroner mentioned specifically what kind of poison it was.
It was not certain. At first, the coroner posited that it was a plant poison, like the ones of the aconite flower. But when he learned how fast poison had taken effect, he atypical of aconite. Consequently, he suggested that it may have concoction made of chemicals from a Photoshop. A newly engineered poison, you say? That only reaffirms this was a very deliberate. Indeed.
How exactly was Major Howell poisoned? What was the delivery mechanism?
His finger was pricked by a poisonous rose. He even commented out loud about it seconds before kicking the bucket. All 22 citizens, subjects of Louis Philippe, witnessed the murder attested to seeing and hearing this.
Is there any possibility they was poisoned by something else?
Oh, it's an absurd thing to ask JJ. Finger and die. What are you suggesting? That the pricked finger had no relation?
I don't doubt that Major Hall was poisoned, but I do doubt that the rose was the cause.
Unbelievable! Only a total buffoon could fail to draw that blatant link here. JJ, as tempting as it is to sit here and lecture you on the basics of cause and effect, I'll end this discussion painlessly. Inspector, please tell the defense that you found traces of poison on the thorns of the rodent's tail. That should alleviate all doubt that the road was, in fact, the poison delivery mechanism. Belay that talk. I can't actually tell him that. I dread to ask, but why not? We didn't check the rose for traces of poison. It just seemed obvious that the rose caused the poisoning, given the timing of the incident.
Wow.
Well, then now would be a good time to take a test. Here's a marvelous thought. We'll prick the finger of the defendant with the rose.
Sparrison, you're up.
I'm not the defendant here. I'm just the assistant. What kind of medieval trial of faith is this? If there is no poison on the rose, then if the rose is poisoned, then the prince dies. But that's okay because the punishment would be.
Wow.
Let's do it. A marvelous suggestion. What is this so much?
This is a dramatic concept. That is not how we do things here.
In Europe, we're civilized. We just let little kiddies out of jail who bat their eyelids. Call me a feathers, JJ. It was clearly a joke. There are far more humane ways to poison. I'm sure the inspector will perform his duty with diligence. I believe that. We won't be able to test for the rose for poison at all. Why is that? Given the dangerous nature of the flower, it was thrown overboard by the police force and burned in the ocean.
Why did you burn it first?
Such unprofessionalism.
If we have no way to know whether the rose was poisoned, then this whole trial ought to be called into question.
Nice try, JJ. But through the process of reasoning by elimination, we certainty that the rose was poisoned. In other words, there was nothing else at the crime scene that could have poisoning.
Wrong. There was something else at the crime scene that could have contained the poison. Something the investigative poison blindly overlooked.
The poison overlooked the poison.
Just showed it again.
This is your weapon. Wait, why do we have the poisoned rose?
They thought they burned it.
You thought you burned this? Wrong! Chocolate.
Look at this.
Look at
Look at it.
What am I supposed to be looking at?
It is the wrapper paper, the paper wrapper to a piece of chocolate. Belgian chocolate, to be precise. It was found in the Louvre, the Sade de Tibre to be precise, and we can date its consumption to the day of the incident.
You're not seriously suggesting.
Did Major Howell eat a piece of poisoned chocolate moments before he died? I most certainly am. He was a dog. Eating chocolate would always poison him.
Clearly.
Intriguing, pretty convincing. Oh, we gained favor. It's a miracle.
Oh, are we seriously gonna bluff our way through this trial? We have like 2 shreds. Did you see this rap at the crime scene yourself, Inspector? The police force do not have the time or resources for every piece of trash at the crime scene, I'm afraid. In other words, you overlooked it. Astounding unprofessionalism. Prosecution is right to be disgusted. What a disgraceful display, Inspector. I offer my apologies, Captain. I don't want your apologies. I want you to do your job properly. Get off the witness podium before I kick you off myself. As you wish. I'll take my leave. Until next time, shipmates. So let me get this straight. This chocolate wrapper was found at the crime scene?
Correct.
And do you have reason to believe it was consumed on the day of the incident?
I do. I am an expert food tasting witness who is willing to testify if need be.
You have a foodie witness? I don't recall anyone like that. What on earth are you talking about, Falcon? Oh, I see. But do you know for certain that Major Howe can...
Well, that is a fact we are still investigating. We're still investigating during the trial.
I have my assistant out on the case right now. I see. And do you have evidence that this chocolate was, in fact, the chocolate shop closed before we could get further?
Again, that is something that may require a little more time to definitely prove.
So in actuality, you have no evidence of poison chocolate. Indeed, you have a solitary piece of rubbish that you straight out of the gutter. That's weak, even for you, JJ.
This is so embarrassing.
I feel embarrassed for them. Let's move this thing along. I have another witness I'd like to summon. Why is it all these men? He claims to have an excellent view of the field, going in and out of the Louvre at the time. I call upon Monsieur Tolstoy. Will the witness please approach the sand and die?
Who is
What in
he?
the world?
Is that a kingfisher?
I think it might be. Hello, hello, hello.
I'm fishing for kings.
Poisson.
Another hello.
Alright, the oath. I swear to speak without hatred and without fear and without guile, to tell truth and nothing but truth. Is that your full name and occupation for the court? My name is Toussaint Kingsley, and I am a person who...
A fisherman?
No, a person who fishes. A person who fishes. So you are a fisherman. Oh, is that how it is? I thought the French judicial system was better than this. I beg your pardon. Here comes Toussaint Kingsley, the kingfisher. Clearly he must be a fisherman, because didn't you hear? All kingfishers are fishermen. Well, you are carrying a fishing rod. And can a man not carry a fishing rod, reel and bait, without being branded a fisherman? No. Look, the prosecutor is carrying a riding crop. Clearly, he must be a horse jockey. Englishman. Oh, for pity's sake. Fine. We can list your occupation as person who fishes and not fisherman. Thank you.
Actually, why do you carrying a riding crop, Severin? I've never seen you ride a horse.
I don't know, JJ. Why do you carry a 30-something-year-old problems carry a cane? This is veering quite far off the course. Can the prosecution please get back to his questions? Of course, Your Honor. Monsieur Kingsley, is it true that you were nearby the Louvre at the time of the incident? Yeah, I was sitting on the railing at the Pont des Arts. The Pont des Arts? That's the new bridge that's just a stone's throw from the Louvre's south. Correct? That's right.
We couldn't even go there.
A cheater. And what are you doing at the time of the incident?
Fishing.
I was fishing. Kingfishers, am I right, Falcon? So you would have plenty of opportunities to people who entered and exited the place. Can you tell us who you saw?
The place. The place where it all took place.
I'm having to do a rare voice. It's either the accent or the vocabulary.
It's one or the other.
I can't do both. Well, the Louvre is a pretty place. Naturally, I saw a lot of people.
That still makes sense.
But at non-ante meridian, I saw the king, Louis Philippe himself, enter the building. He was surrounded by his entourage, of course. Then, 9:30, I saw this shifty-looking fox lurking around the entrance.
Your Honor, I object to the witness's use of the term shifty looking. It is a vague and biased description. It's not because he is a fox that he is shifty looking. So he's a fox, so he must be shifty looking. I expected more from a kingfisher.
Oh. No, really, he looks super shifty. I saw him rubbing his paws and cackling gleefully. And then I saw him take out a rose and carefully rub the stem.
Okay.
Falcon, I think we're hosed. Rub the stem of a rose, you say? As if he were applying something to the flower, perhaps? Well, mister, I really shouldn't speculate. Of course, it was wrong of me to ask such a leading question. But yeah, it definitely looked like he was putting some. Whoa, even I wasn't expecting such a bold admission. Members of the court, it sounds like what we have is a direct of the defendant readying the murder weapon. And the defense claims that the rose was never poisoned, and yet here we have a man who saw the. I smell perjury. No, you smell chocolate.
You do?
No question. He saw a shifty-looking criminal, threatening poison, and cackling near the scene of the crime. That's not believable at all.
I think you might be right. I wonder if I have any evidence that calls to sense for you to doubt.
I wonder that too.
Cross-examine time.
Really? I said you can only do this once. You just had the witness directly describe your client.
Directly.
On a rose. What is there to question? He did not call him a flamboyant fox.
Clearly, it could not be the same fox. I am just trying to uncover the truth, Your Honor, by bluffing my way through this trial.
Fine. Do your thing, Falcon. You want to make a fool out of yourself?
Thank you, Your Honor.
Cross-examination time. Upon Beas saw the king and his entourage. I saw a shifty-looking fox. Some sort of powder. I thought the poison was supposed to be a liquid for some reason. What does the rose say? I guess it did say.
Can you really coat something in powder?
Objection! You used the wrong verb.
Mr. Kingsley, you saw that you say a fox rubbing the stem of a rose.
Yep, saw it with my own eyes.
Are you sure you saw powder?
He's sure as a rose.
How far away were you from the south entrance? 20 meters perhaps? 30? I am somewhat doubtful that you can make out powder being applied to anything at those sorts of distances, since you are not a falcon like me.
Monsieur, I didn't claim to have seen the powder. I said that it looked like he was applying powder to the Faust. It could have been wax, a liquid, or whatever, but the guy was definitely pouring flour.
I see. Well, that's nice and vague.
The poisoned rose. Never. What about the? We have the map. Because didn't the guy say he was like sitting somewhere?
But we don't have the map anymore. You gave it back.
I'm so honest. Take it. You shouldn't have told me it was illegal, Falcon.
Are you sure the fox was handling a rose and not some other type of flower?
Pretty sure the red petals down there quite nice. Anyway, on it.
So you are confident? You are absolutely sure that you clearly saw a bright red flower in the fox's hands.
What are you getting at, JJ?
I do not know.
You're reinforcing his testimony. What?
Is that a lie?
I think so.
It's a straight up lie.
Just nothing.
Nothing really. I'm just making sure Monsieur Kingling is confident about what he saw.
I am as confident as a Crusadean carp. No, get out of here.
Never mind.
We've gained face with the jury once. We just have to make sure we never.
Bon desert.
That's the only like vague. Unless somehow you work like shifty and we're looking.
It's clearly not the same fox. Look at that.
Shifty, flamboyant. Those aren't even the same adjectives.
Mr. Kingsley, you say you were sitting upon the railings of the Pont des Arts on the morning of the incident.
Yep.
Is it a good fishing spot? That's very relevant.
What? Oh. The book page. The book page, wasn't it like at the west end? So didn't they like come in that way? I don't think you can.
Oh.
Oh yeah, because the page was dropped at that certain.
Mr. Kingsley, you had a good view of the Louvre South entrance, didn't you?
Yep, Pantheats, the Pont des Arts is a great vantage point for seeing the Grand Gallery side.
What about the other entrances?
The other entrances? You mean like entering from the Tulip Garden? No, I couldn't have possibly seen those areas of the bridge. But of course, this is not relevant. Monsieur Kingsley, witness Prince Juan entering the south entrance with flower in hand, and that's what counts. You're right.
I give up. Just humiliate me. You can get this over with.
What if he used another entrance? We haven't seen any of like a magic like objection lines during this trial.
Because we don't have any proof.
Everyone's just collectively bluffing.
What if Prince Juan didn't enter from the south entrance? What if he approached the Louvre from
Tuileries.
above or below?
Wait, what?
That was an option.
Far, far below, in the bunny burrow.
The gardens to the west.
That's a big what if. Do you have any evidence that Prince Juan entered the Louvre?
As a matter of fact, yes, I do. I have definite proof that Prince Juan approached from the west, not the south.
Hey, I know what I saw, monsieur. I'm doubtful too. Go on, JJ. Show us this definitive proof that Prince Juan entered the Louvre from the Tuileries Garden.
Bam. Look at this.
Objection! What am I looking at? A book page?
Page 44 of off.
What? Above.
Page 44 of off.
Are you stuttering, Falcon?
Above. Don Quixote, specifically. It was found just outside the Louvre's west entrance.
This proves nothing.
I'm not done yet. Take a look at this.
Don Quixote? Who reads this?
Everyone. This is the book Prince Juan has been reading in jail since his arrest. I believe he's had it on his person for some time, before he gave it to Spence.
This is my most prized possession, Sparrington, and I am giving it to you.
And yes, page 44 is missing. That was the first thing I checked. You do realize what this means, don't you, Severin? The defendant was present in the gardens prior to entering the Louvre. This also means that, in all likelihood,
Here it comes. Yes!
the defendant entered the Louvre from the west entrance, not the south. He could not possibly have been seen by Monsieur Kingsley from Pont des Arts.
I know what I saw, monsieur. A fine theory, Falcon, but maybe the long way around. One can still travel from the Tuileries to the Louvre's south entrance by walking around the river.
Around.
walk around the Seine.
An extra 2 kilometers of walking just to enjoy the pre-murder scenery. Let's not say silly things, Cocorico.
Okay, maybe the defendant deliberately left a page there to Have you thought of that?
Now you're the one who's blindly speculating.
It's not blind speculation, it's a viable hypothesis.
I can see that hesitation in. You are fond of logic, are you not, Cocorico? Let's talk about Occam's razor. What?
What? Okay.
Okay, then. I think the wolf doesn't agree, but...
Oh, okay.
Tell me more.
There.
When torn between two seemingly equal hypotheses, we must side with the one that imposes the fewest assumptions. I think we lose
Hypotheses.
then.
We're making a lot of assumptions.
Which of these theories takes fewer assumptions? 1. The page from Prince Juan book fell out on his way to the Louvre's south entrance. 2. Prince Juan deliberately planted the page on the off chance that it would be discovered, then he took the long way around. Wait, he
How
said
dare you! I never of you to lecture me on basic philosophical concepts.
I'll stop lecturing you when you stop making such basic mistakes.
Monsieur Falcon, please calm yourself. What did all
I am calm.
this? Calm yourself, Judge.
The ultimate point is that Toussaint's testimony is fabricated, made up, utter fiction, and lying.
No, everything I said is the truth.
I suspect that the witness isn't even a fisherman.
I'm a kingfisher who fishes. I'm not a fisherman. See? See?
See?
See?
He admits it himself.
Perjury. That's not what I meant.
Innocent, perhaps? What a twist. Yes.
We just like twisted this poor witness's words. Prosecutor, you have something that'll put this arrogant Falcone in his place, don't you? I must concede. You concede? On this point, at least, Falcone's evidence strongly suggests that the key component of Monsieur Kingley's testimony is false.
It's a key concept.
The key concepts of his testimony, they're all wrong. No. This doesn't mean that Prince Swan is innocent, of course. Al Falcone has demonstrated.
Hello?
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 Can you hear me? Hello? Can you hear me?
Now I can hear you.
Oh. This doesn't mean that Prince Juan is innocent, of course. How Falcone has demonstrated is that this particular witness is unreliable.
Really?
But I did say something. I really did. All right, so maybe I didn't exactly say a shifty fox. I made that part of the story up. But I did see a swan looking down the south entrance on the. Did we just happen to go to all the right places?
A swan?
Do shut up now, witness. Your word is mud at the point. How can we possibly trust anything you have to say? Your Honor, Judge Romulus, we're out of time.
We're going home.
We're 10 minutes overdue to start on the Evers daughters trial. It's that rate already? Curses. I was hoping we could have the case wrapped up for the sake of trial. It's a shame, but ultimately an accurate sentencing is always speedy sentencing. Yes, all right. I don't need to hear you moralize. Court will resume this Friday, the 21st of January at 9 o'clock. Don't be late. Prosecutor, do your job. Get this stupid fox a conviction already. I will do my best to insert that Zelve seal. I don't know what he said.
That he is sealed.
Hey, locking up in that trial, huh?
Wow. We bluffed our way through that tile.
We just had to survive until we ran out of time.
Yeah. No doubt about that.
Something's bothering me. Why would that fisherman guy, Monsieur Kingley, lie on the witness stand?
Maybe he's like you.
Maybe he was coerced. Ah.
Maybe he wanted his minute in the spotlight. Some people say and do strange things to get attention. No,
Who would do
Spencer?
that? Oh, you think it was me? I assumed there was something more heinous going on.
Let's keep an open mind. Anything is possible at this stage. But to be perfectly honest, something else is bothering me about the trial.
Mademoiselle.
Mademoiselle Zini. I believe that she plays a key part in this case, but getting her to tell her story is proving difficult, since we only
Leave
saw
Mademoiselle Mussolini out of this. She did nothing wrong.
the fox did nothing wrong.
Signy did nothing wrong. The fox would kill 10 before Signy.
You are blinded by your feelings for her, Sparrison.
And what do
Clearly, the
you call
swan is
yours?
evil.
You're the one who stole my gift from me, fox. You call me biased? Surely you don't think she is the real murderer. Falcon? Falcon!
In order to protect our ongoing partnership, I think it is best I do not answer that question.
You made a wise.
Excuse
Is that
me,
her?
excuse me, Monsieur Falcon. Oh no, it's Bunny.
Oh,
I thought it was going to be Mousy.
I know. Sorry to bother you, but this letter just arrived. I think it's for you.
Let's say
Falcon.
Falcon.
That looks like one of those shifty ransom notes.
We've got the fox. He's in prison.
We already know that.
A letter for moi? I wonder why it wasn't sent to my office.
Why was it sent to Rappington? Have you been demoted to courier status, Rupert? Oh, hush, hush, Sparrowson. I don't need to be pitied by a first-year dropout. Oh, good comeback.
So what does the letter say, Falcon? I do not know how to read.
Wait.
Oh no!
Falcon, are you talking to yourself again?
I saw him move, so I thought he's saying something.
It's a threat. A threat made with cut-out newspaper letters. Right, Falcon? Whoa. I didn't think these things actually existed. Let me see. Falcon. Stop your investigation, or there will be consequences. Scary.
There is no question that this letter originated from Major Howell's murderer. He or she must be aware that we are getting close to uncovering the truth.
It is a lie. Mademoiselle is not a murderer.
I did not say she was.
But you were thinking it, weren't you?
It might have been heavily implied.
Sounds about right. But why would a swan write out a cutout newspaper like this?
That's not a swan thing to do. Masking one's handwriting would be the most common reason. Although I can't help but wonder why they would bother, since we don't have any handwriting samples to compare it to.
Wait, are we really going to investigate, Miss Senyi?
Yes. Absolutely. No.
Nope.
I'm going
Tapping
home.
out. Taking my 15 francs and leaving.
Going to play some more Jacques Noir. I like those odds better. Oh yes, absolutely. We will question Madame Zini. If a lawyer were deterred every time they received a threatening letter, they would never get any work done. Besides, with only 3 days before the next trial session, we can't afford to be worrying about petty things like our lives.
Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Oh my gosh, you're right. Let's make those days count. Oh no. This is actually serious. Is your recording still going?
It is, yes.
Okay. So we have to save the chocolate for last when we're sure that we can ask. Oh, what? So the R&M Associés. That was the.
The calling card.
Well, I mean, we could. We have 4 options in only 3 days. Which one do we not need?
I
We
think
probably don't need to go back to the Louvre.
I don't think we need to go here, do we?
Oh no, we definitely don't need to go there.
To go gambling again.
We need more francs. What's the point of francs in this game? um,
We'll go here. I mean, ah.
wait, Mousie's a PI?
Customers. Hello? Is this the office of Renard Vulp? Ah! It's you two! Mousy? What are you doing here? Oh, this is where I work. See? R&M, Renare Mousy. Monsieur Renard Vulp and I carry out all sorts of investigations together.
Is that Mousie at the very bottom of the calling card?
This little spot.
It's Mousie.
Though, to be completely honest, it's normally Monsieur Vulpes who chooses which cases to take on. Mousy, we have a message for you. It's from Prince Juan himself. Didn't he?
It wants to know if Kehar has flown to Great Water, whatever that means.
Oh, yes, the birds have migrated successfully. But if Prince Juan told you that, then that must mean he trusts you. Yes, progress.
He trusts us implicitly.
He must want you to take these. Go on, take them.
Is that a broken chocolate bar?
Train stops. These are used train ticket stubs. It looks
I mean, that's usually what a stub is. It's the used part of the ticket.
It's probably the part the part you keep.
So you can always remember the day you took the train to Vienna.
No, it's so you can deliver it to your company and they pay back the expenses for the trip.
Can I cash my receipts, Falcone? I've gathered quite a few expenses. I'd like to be reimbursed.
It looks like 2 people took a railway trip to Vienna. What exactly is the point of this, Mousy? Prince Juan said that they would help with the trial. See? The names! Gautier Signet, Nicole Signet. It would appear.
It's a brother, right, Falcon? It's a brother, right, Falcon?
Of course, Patterson, of course. I will allow you this illusion for a while longer. I recognize the surname, don't you, Patterson?
Yeah, I might have heard it once or twice.
but I do not know who these people are. Neither do I really. Monsieur, I mean, Prince Juan just told me to book train tickets for these people and then to make sure they caught the train. And so, that's what I did. Strange. I'm not sure exactly how these stubs are supposed to help with the trial, but I'll keep hold of them just in case. Ticket stubs.
Who took the train?
Let's go, Sparrison. I'm done playing courier.
Like Mr. Revington? That could be you if we lose this trial, sir.
Please do not remind me, Sparrison. Because if I go down, you go down with me.
No, sir. I'm gonna be a museum robber, remember?
Ah, but who will defend you when I go down?
Oh, darn it, you're right. Maybe I'll get that Walloon chicken. It took us a whole day. Could we have taken the trolley? We didn't have to walk there.
We don't have any money for it.
Take it. All right. Is there anything that doesn't take all day that we need to do?
I think it all takes one day.
It only takes a day, but it has the clock next to it.
Yes, but I don't think going anywhere else is helpful.
Well, the halls is where Signier is. My dearly beloved Signier.
That is strange. I don't see any sign of the flower girl.
Yeah, perhaps you scared her off with your crazy tact and finesse strategy, dummy.
Or maybe you scared her with your horrendous and inappropriate flirting technique.
All I asked if she wanted a rose.
Inappropriate.
This is France, Falcon. There's nothing inappropriate.
There are certain procedures that must be followed when flirting with someone.
Oh, and you want to talk. I've seen your love life, Falcon. And I'll have you know that I can feel like a banning.
We really don't have time for this discussion. Let's just continue our investigation elsewhere.
No, let's have this discussion right now.
Nope. Oh.
Was there any reason to go back to the Louvre? I don't think there was. Oh, we can go back to the concierge for free. If we need to question him. What? What just happened?
Okay. Just leave.
Just go now.
Stare. Okay.
What about our offices? Maybe we got another letter. We're walking all over Paris now.
It doesn't take a day.
Stop messing around, Falco. Let's help him. You don't even respond.
Oh, hello again. Can I help you with something else? Not particularly. I just came here to see if Monsieur Phillips was around. Not yet, Monsieur.
Come on, Falcon. Trial day is approaching fast. Okay, it's still Wednesday. What? Yeah. What is there to do at the Louvre, though? And who would we guess for the chocolate?
What do we do with the train tickets?
Well, the fox wanted the swan to get out of town. Wait, remember his original Don Quixote story? He took the fall for a girl.
I just remember something about the Doe's origin story.
Which Doe?
The Doe.
You mean there's more than one?
What did he say again? There was a lady trying to take revenge. I can't remember.
Yeah, Compton Holly took the fall for Heisenberg, basically.
So I'm assuming.
And Bigwig's not a very good storyteller. Wait, unless Bigwig took the fall and Captain Holly and Heisenflay went on.
Yes. So he took the fall for probably something that Mademoiselle Zinnia did.
Yes. But Mademoiselle Singy had to. Wasn't that like. That was part of the Don Quixote story?
At the what? You.
The Mademoiselle had to kill someone.
Oh yeah, she had to kill a man.
She had to kill the king. And so he took the flower from her and poisoned, even though we just tried to disprove the flower.
I think he took the fall. Maybe she
He
did
took
fall.
the fall. Yeah.
But if he took the fall, then why would he want us to free him?
Um, he wanted to take the fall without actually taking the. He was taking the fall long enough for her to escape to Austria.
Oh yes, the train tickets.
Because France and Austria don't have a mutual extradition in 1848. Everyone knows that.
So we just proved that Swan is a murderer, but the Swan's already gone. She's flown south.
Yeah, the Swan's in Austria.
Okay. So could we just ask the chocolate emporium if the Swan
Let's.
came to buy chocolate?
Well, there was two Swans, wasn't there? Maybe we need his picture first, because maybe he did it.
Oh.
But I don't know where else to go. If we would go into Palais, the Louvre, or the bar, it would just be luck if we found something. Uh, yeah, I guess we could try the chocolate place. So we can get the Belgian chocolate on camera.
Please mention the Belgian chocolate again. Welcome back, messieurs. Have you finally decided to sample of my fine Belgian?
This game really likes sprinkling ofs everywhere.
Or perhaps you have just returned to ask more questions.
Okay. The Swan. Soft spoken. What is she hiding?
Fisherman in the Nile.
The owner of Dutch chocolate, Lander Angle Slack Chocolate Emporium.
Excuse me, that's Belgian chocolate.
Wait, what are we doing?
I want to see if we had any new portraits. Nicole.
Katia and Nicole Simier.
Are those like her parents?
Unless her first name is Nicole.
I think she said her name, but I forgot. Wait.
I think they always just call her Mademoiselle.
Oh.
Oh, Catherine. Oh.
Catherine Marie.
Nicole is obviously a nickname for Catherine Marie.
That's how I always call her, Catherine Marie.
Oh, hey, Nicole.
Okay. Maybe we should ask this first.
Yeah, let's get that out of the way.
Okay.
Why would you interrogate that? It's just like a.
I mean, he's an elephant. He's got thick skin. He can take it.
Yeah. Unlike the lion.
Is there any chance that your produce could have been contaminated? Absolutely not, monsieur. I stand by my claim that my chocolate is the finest in all of Paris. I go to great lengths to ensure that the highest quality is ensured. Any contaminations would be terrible for business, you understand. I see. Was there anything else you messieurs wanted to ask? Have you ever served a flower-selling swan named Catherine Marisi?
Darn it.
Hmm.
What are you thinking, Falcon?
I am not sure, to be perfectly honest. If you were the chocolate fiend, then our investigation would have become much simpler.
You're not wrong, Falcon.
But since she's not, let me think.
Our Facebook can tell the police.
Have you served yourself?
I'd say either the wolf or the actual fox. Juan Corrido.
Have you ever served Juan Corrida, the Prince of Spain? No, monsieur.
Oh, that's a good idea. I clearly would have turned into a dead end.
I did once serve a princess from Mali, if that is any help. You see, I met a girl while hiking to the Himalayas. Please stop. Let me think. The wolf then?
Yeah, he's the only one left to do with this case, right?
I mean,
Maybe he's afraid of hurting people if he gets too close.
maybe
Oh,
he is the murderer.
well, he is. He was at the Louvre.
And he has prickly stuff.
He's afraid of hurting people.
He might have accidentally pricked the major instead of the rose.
Ah, that's a good point.
If it was there.
I mean, you have to be pretty clumsy to prick yourself with a rose. It's either him or the wolf. It's probably not the wolf. Yeah, try Eric.
Try Eric. A porcupine art aficionado. No!
We only asked you 3 questions.
Just one more, please. I mean, are you just saying that?
I mean, it is possible. Just leave it open. Just leaving it open.
I did have specific people in mind. Maybe we should get back to the Louvre and pressure the porcupine. Oh no. Oh. We don't have a choice.
Wait, what?
No. We can only go to our office.
We're just giving up. And it takes all day.
Giving up takes all day.
What are you talking about, Falcon?
I am feeling pretty confident about this case. The big picture is coming together nicely. We didn't manage to work out what Prince Juan was hiding, but that's okay. I'm sure everything will go smoothly at the trial.
Just because it worked once doesn't mean it's gonna work.
We still got one more day until the trial, but how to spend? I suppose we could visit the Louvre, or maybe we should just play some cards at the collage.
Yes.
Is something wrong, Sparrowson? You're being unusually quiet.
It's Signé. I love her. Falcon, I believe I have a conflict of interest in this case. I would like to be reassigned.
To the prosecutors.
I would like to change benches. We need to talk about this.
What's up?
That's the most casual greeting.
What's up?
See? I was doing some thinking. Dangerous thing, I know. Don't say it. Anyway, I realized that we were missing a crucial piece of evidence.
What evidence would that be?
Well, we did know that Major Howe consumed a piece of chocolate before he died. And we know he died of poisoning. But Falcon was still unsure that the chocolate was the cause. That's what we're hinging everything on.
That is true. But if we keep pushing the chocolate theory, Cocorico will almost certainly bring that up.
Yes.
Push the chocolate theory.
We literally have no evidence on this. So, I thought to myself, if one were to consume the wrapper itself, then that might provide proof of whether it contains poison. The Salem witch trial thing. They do this thing in America. It makes sense.
Are you volunteering, Sparrison?
If my love will not have me, I have nothing to live.
Oh, don't be so dramatic.
Say that off with an Austrian. Do you know how embarrassing that is?
At least he's not in love with an ostrich.
Oh, what?
An ostrich.
Oh.
Well, sure. That could work. But it would be incredibly foolish. Wait, were you eating of thinking the rapper, Sparrows?
I was eating my own thoughts, yes.
They consume me.
Maybe. Maybe I already ate it.
Well, stop those thoughts right now. I'm not going to let you potentially kill yourself like that.
This is very dramatic music.
It's a very dramatic moment.
I've already eaten the wrapper, Falcon. You see? I couldn't bear to think of that Spanish prince left in prison. We simply had to find out. So I ate the wrapper.
I thought you only cared about the swan.
Well, he gave me a book.
Now we're best friends for life.
No one's ever been that nice to me. 45 minutes ago!
It's still there. Liar.
Useless evidence. Oh, what?
Harrison! Harrison! Stay with me!
He literally just disappeared. Oh my.
What?
What a syringe.
It's as long as beak. Doctor, is Pedersen okay?
Well, he's not conscious right now, but he is stable. I think it's safe to say your friend is not on his deathbed.
Oh, thank God.
How did you say this happened again?
It's a long story. Lawyering occupational hazard. Doctor, can you tell me what poison caused this?
I have no idea. I'm an expert in mental health. Why did you perform surgery? But I have sent for a specialist who should be here by tomorrow morning. He will make a full assessment.
That is good to hear. Thanks, doctor. Take good care of him.
That's the day of the trial.
Yes, I'll have to go in alone.
Wait a minute. There is the matter of my bill. It is very long.
We'll have to discuss it later. I have important case to prepare for, and I'm one partner down. I have more than one partner.
I see. Well, if you're not going to pay for him, I suppose I'm going to have to.
Oh well, c'est terrible. What the hell was Parasun thinking? I can't win a case like this.
You! I finally found you!
Did you say something?
Running around like a headless chicken. You're one tricky lawyer to find. I told you to drop the investigation, but you wouldn't listen.
Who's speaking? I can't see you, monsieur. Step forward.
All right, I'll step forward. But it will be the last thing you see. It's the Hunter Beagle.
He turned out the lights.
Shake your bottle. Au revoir, JJ. You should have paid his hospital bill.
What just happened? Where am I? Am I dead? No, that can be right. This is night time. I'm just sleeping. If I focus and count to 3, I should be able to wake up. A 1, un, deux. Did it work? Whoa.
He's had too many mushrooms.
Oh no.
Oh no.
And damn Kathleen. I can't believe how easy you were to fool. I put it on a cutesy voice. That wasn't really cute. I put on a cutesy voice, acted all innocent, and you ate the whole thing up. No, it was.
Tasted like tuna. Just shut up.
Shut up. Shut up. I don't want to be lectured by a murderer. I'm the murderer? Why, Monsieur Falcon, it was your accusations that put Baron Rogli on death row. It wasn't my fault. Hey, where are you going?
Hammy just said, this is why I always flub.
Adam, what?
Hammy just said, this is why I always flub Katharine's trial.
Out of my way, Severin. I'm not done talking to them, Katerlin.
It was my fault. Is that the excuse you make after all your...
No, it wasn't my fault.
Listen to yourself. Do you even know what you're saying?
You're twisting my words, Kokore.
And you wonder why I always win.
I'm not making excuses.
Failure after failure after failure. No desire to improve yourself. You're a joke of a lawyer, JJ.
Shut up.
Shut up.
Don't call me JJ.
It is your name, is it not? Is that really all you have to say? You're pathetic. You don't even deserve to stand in your grandfather's shadow. The great Napoleon.
My grandfather? I'll prove you wrong. I can do better. This person. Have you come to berate me too?
What? No, I'm here to tell you to wake up. Wake up, Falcon. Wake up. Can you hear me? I said wake up.
Ooh.
It's the day of the trial. You don't have any new evidence.
You just got drugged.
Wait, we can't go to the courthouse? It's Friday.
I think we just got dumped underneath the bridge.
That's an even worse wake up than Bigwig shouting at his Ausla. Just Chipster. His newly built bridge boasts a magnificent view of the Louvre and offers a quick passage across the Seine. I don't want to go across the Seine. I want to go up the Seine. Oh no. Come on, monsieur. Wake up.
In my fishing spot.
I said wake up. You're starting to worry me.
Again.
That hat. Oh, thank goodness. I wasn't sure whether I had to find a doctor or a mortician. You have both of those in Paris, right?
Ugh, my head. Where am I?
In the Seine. The Pont des Arts. You know, my fishing spot. By the Louvre. In Paris. France. Europe. 1848. I just fished you out of the Seine. Like a bird who fishes. Nearly broke my rod during it. Wait, I know you. You're the disrespected lawyer guy. Jerko Falco or something.
Uh, what time is it? Actually, what day is it?
You hit your head pretty hard, huh? It's 21 January and around 9 o'clock in the morning by my reckoning.
Can I trust your reckoning?
No.
21st, 9 o'clock. Oh no, the trial. I should have been at the court since 10 minutes ago.
Well, they're running late. But take it easy, monsieur. I'm sure they'll be understanding.
Maybe they
Hopefully he
won't.
doesn't run into the caramel bunny on the way.
Cadbury's caramel.
Hey there, Mr. Falcone. Why are you in such a rush?
She poisoned the chocolates.
The Cadbury hair.
Maybe if I sprinted. Or if I flew.
In your condition, that'd be stupid. Take a seat. Clear your head. I'll go get you some dry clothes.
I don't think your clothes would fit me. No time. Justice is awaiting.
Is that a penknife?
Yes,
What?
I think.
Wait, mister. Take this before you go.
What is this? A dip knife?
It's a fountain pen.
A dip pen. No, wait. It is a modern fountain pen.
The pinnacle of French manufacturing. Ivory handle.
Bone handle. Good nip. This is very fancy.
Congolese.
Thanks, monsieur, but this isn't mine.
Really? You sure, mister? You were holding it pretty tightly.
I was holding it? Then I suppose it has to be mine. Okay.
Is that how it works?
Contains green ink.
What? So we have to find a document that was drawn in green ink.
Okay.
Was Don Quixote written in green ink?
This keeps
All
getting
right.
weirder.
Hopefully we can bluff our way through.
We did it
We
once.
have no evidence.
Thanks,
Thanks, Risherman. I
I
love
feel
you.
fine.
Hey! Don't call me a fisherman.
Sorry, fisherman. Pa-pa-pa-pa.
Tammy is saying, oh no. That's not comforting. He also appreciates the Cadbury Bunny reference. It's time for 9 o'clock. I believe it's time for the...
It's time for 9 o'clock.
It's time for 9 o'clock.
We're ready.
Don't worry, but also do, says Warrior Hammy.
Oh no.
Is the defense not present?
No.
Such utter and complete unprofessionalism. I can't do that tisk the way he's done it like 30 times.
Tsk.
Tisk.
Tsk.
Tisk. It's like I'm trying to enunciate it, but it's just a word.
TSK.
If there is no defense, then this trial cannot proceed any further. We must make a ruling based on the evidence. Hey, the jury's been looking on us pretty favorably so far.
We got this in the bag.
We should just not show up. I will now converse with the jury. Oh no.
Just, talk to them.
Hey guys. We will decide whether Prince Juan is guilty of murdering Major and of conspiring to murder our king, Philippe. Your Honor, may I have the word?
The
Fine. But make it quick. Is he stalling for us? I am a firm believer that this trial must be ordered. There is no room for a wishy-washy dilly-dally. But it seems somewhat rash to end a trial session.
Wow.
He's stalling for us.
That's so nice.
Perhaps it would be... What?
He just wants the opportunity to humiliate us.
He doesn't want a stalemate. He wants a crushing victory. Perhaps it would be prudent to wait 5 or 10 minutes. The trial still has a chance to proceed, and justice will be served. Cold.
Hard justice.
Prostitute. You are the prosecution, are you not? You have nothing to worry about. A guilty verdict is all but guaranteed. Your Honor, you appear confused. I'm not here to secure a guilty verdict. You are. Of course you are. You're a prosecutor. By definition, you're here to prosecute.
It's in the name.
No, my job is not to persecute. I am here in this courtroom to ensure that justice is served.
Your job is to prosecute.
My job is to persecute. And as unfair and unbalanced a trial in the spirit of justice, for justice is blind. And the only blind one here is Inspector Voltaire. That is very noble. But if the defense is absent, there is of little that can... I'll hear no more on the matter. Wait. I will now talk with the jury.
Ooh.
He learned how to apparate.
Yes.
This must be the climax.
The defense is present, Your Honor.
Did you just call me Wheeze, Your Honor? That's not my name. You're too late, Falcon. I've already talked to the jury. Dude, JJ, you look like... Did you take a morning swim in the Seine? Or something?
So, something like that.
Your Honor, we are all present. We're only 3 minutes over schedule. Let's not needlessly dirty the pure name of sweet justice, sweet blind justice.
Must be sully her name any further.
Rules are rules, prosecutor. Falcon clearly has no respect for legal procedure. Is this Judge a Carlist? Frankly, turning up looking like a drowned rat. Or, may I say, gloomer. I ought to hold him in contempt of court.
Your Honor.
But your honor, the honor of France is at stake. Rules are rules. One more word out of either you, and I shall have you both disbarred. It's a pity. The King of France was looking forward to standing behind the podium.
It sounds like a lot of fun.
The the King of Ile de France, he's here.
Ooh.
What?
Wow. Well, I can see why they want to assassinate him.
It's Kehar. King Kehar.
Do I need to do the king?
I mean, I've done every other witness.
Because they're all male.
I know. Okay. What's...
Oh. Are we not doing the trial after all? That's a pity.
Your Majesty? What a surprise. You see...
You know, it's my 7th time testifying against a would-be assassin. But it's the first I've seen a trial where the case has ended before it even began.
This is a great voice for a king. Well, the defense, he was late.
Oh, pish posh. France didn't become a great and dignified kingdom through rigorous punctuality.
You're not wrong.
With this trial. It'll be fun. Look, I'll say the oath to get us started. I swear to speak without hatred and without fear, to tell the whole truth and nothing but the truth. Did I get it right?
That was splendid, Your Majesty.
Not perfect.
It was magnificent, Your Majesty.
That'll have to do.
JJ, I trust you have no objections with your sovereign testifying.
No. Well, no objections here. Go ahead with the trial. It's fine with me head going. I'm a bit starstruck.
And surely you wouldn't stand in the way of your king, would you, Your Honor? Fine. Proceed with this cursed trial. He's hungry like a wolf. Excellent. Now I shall proceed to trash my opponent. Your Majesty, could you tell us your activities on the day of the murderer?
Of the murderer?
On the activities of the days of the murderer's birthday.
The National Day of the Murderer.
I mean, there's been enough political assassinations in France.
My activities? Well, I started my day with tea and toast, as I normally do. I was dressed in my PJs at the time.
I think you can skip the Americanisms a little. Perhaps you are liable at the...
Right, of course. Well, my entourage and I entered through Louvre's south entrance around 9 o'clock. We passed through the salle de tigre with little fanfare. At the Grand Gallery, I unveiled a new painting and gave a short speech, which was absolutely arousing, to inspire the citizens who attended. That's when I was approached by a man claiming to be the Prince of Spain. He presented a rose, which was taken by Major Howe, and, well, I think you know the rest.
Indeed we do, Your Grace. Mesdames et Messieurs the Court, we are here to present yet another testimony that establishes Prince Hein's guilt. And this is no ordinary testimony. It is the testimony of perhaps the most trustworthy in all of France.
You flattered me, prosecutor. But I am the trustworthiest in all the kingdom, aren't I? I have no doubts, Your Majesty. Nonetheless, I would like to perform a cross-examination.
Bold move, Falcon. How dare you doubt your king? The utter nerve!
Oh, calm yourself, Judge. I have no qualms with standard legal procedure. Defense, please proceed. I want to see your best courtroom drama material.
Oh no, he sees right through us. This whole thing is going to be serialized.
Oh,
South entrance. The Grand Gallery. We never found out which painting it was. No, wait, it was the painting.
the sallows where we found the... What?
It seems like there'd be a good reason why he would know that he's not a princess. It seems like he'd be up to date on that kind of stuff.
He's a king, so he should be, but...
He's also Louis Philippe.
Yes!
I mean, there was a revolution in 1848.
And he did say claiming to be.
Yeah.
He didn't say I was approached by the Prince of Spain.
Yeah, you're right. So, south entrance. Well, all we know is the fox came to the west entrance.
Wait, 9 o'clock. Was that when... No, the fisherman was already fake. Oh no, the fisherman saw a swan. Was that at 9 o'clock?
Oh, yeah. Was he... Which was the Salle de Tibri? Was that the bridge?
The what?
The Salle du Tibri? Was that the bridge? Droit Tibri?
I don't remember. No, I think it was more north. It was the... That was the room where we found the rapper, I think.
Oh, yeah. And no one was in there anyway.
Maybe the king bought some chocolate.
The king bought the chocolate. and he poisoned Major Howe.
And he did.
The chocolate was fine, but the wrapper was poisoned. Yeah, try the Salé de Tubri, because I had the chocolate wrapper.
Your Majesty, you say that you passed through the Salle de Tigre uneventfully. Indeed, we stopped briefly to look at the paintings and then moved on to the Grand Gallery.
Mm-hmm.
What did you see in the Salle de Tigre?
This feels wrong, questioning our king.
I do what I must do to free the fox.
We did examine everything in the Salé. We must.
Could you elaborate? What did you see in the Salle de Tigre? What did I see? Well, Roman stuff mostly.
What about the Mesopotamian chamber pot?
I meant aside from the Roman artifacts. For example, did you talk to someone in the room who wasn't a member of your entourage?
You're reaching JJ. The king already testified in encountering anything of interest.
You're right. I'm here.
Oh. Do we risk losing favor with the jury?
Uh,
This is coming down to the wire.
I
Well,
don't know. He
I
doesn't,
don't think there's any harm in elaborating.
but maybe he'll take offense. He's a king. You can't ask a king to elaborate.
Okay, maybe we should back off. We can always come back, right?
My gut tells me something important took place.
Wait, what?
But maybe you're right, Severin. It would be foolish to blindly push on, wouldn't it? Can I ask again?
What was the other question we could ask about Saye?
What about the other rooms?
Yeah, let's try that one.
There are several rooms between the Louvre's south entrance and the Grand Gallery, but you've only mentioned the Salle de Tibre vendor. Why is that? Oh, the Salle de Tibre was the only room we looked through in detail. The other rooms we simply passed through. Why did you stop in that room specifically?
Spirited was right. And you doubted me. You doubted me, Falcon.
Shut up, ghost of Sparrow.
I'm not dead yet.
Yes.
It's only a model.
See, there was this giant doorstep that caught my eye and sparked the debate. Say no more, Your Majesty.
Been there. How does Barrington?
No.
No, unless we want to go down that other line.
Press the... Ask the king to elaborate.
I mean, what's the harm? It'll ask you.
What's the harm of taking some snake eggs?
We're gonna brush a beehive.
I don't trust anything anymore.
Justice is blind. Just make a blind choice.
Could you elaborate? What did you see in the sun? Blah blah blah.
You're reaching, JJ. You already said all this stuff.
I have reason to believe that this was a key moment on the day of the murder. I want the king to elaborate on exactly what and who he saw.
Then I suppose you will have to proceed. Your
Alright, let me think. So there was that giant doorstep, and there was that copper urn thing. There was something else, now that you ask me. I was offered a box of chocolates by some peasant mademoiselle.
We've had a revolution, Louise. There's no peasants anymore.
I don't have much of a sweet tooth, but Major Hal was keen to accept a chocolate or two on my behalf. Haha!
What?
We've got him sped as out.
Poor Falcon.
Did I see something startling, prosecutor?
No. Please continue, Your Majesty.
I think the prosecution is started because he just came to the realization that I was not spouting drivel in the previous trial session.
Falcon is competent? Well, that is debatable.
True. To cut a long story short, Your Majesty, this mademoiselle may hold some relevance to the case at hand. Could you describe her? Really? She's relevant? She's a peasant. Let me think. I didn't get a good look at her face, but she was a sorry-looking swan, probably in her late teens or early 20s.
The perfect age.
Shut up, the ghost. A young, sorry-looking swan, you say? I don't suppose her name was. Why would you have asked her name?
Mademoiselle Dolby Swanson. Mademoiselle Cyanide.
Cyanide?
That's how you
Mademoiselle
pronounce it.
Cyanide!
That's how you pronounce it in France, right?
She is very deadly. Cynthia. That sounds familiar. Oh, yes, I think that was it. She was called Mademoiselle Cynthia. See, this is undoubtedly significant. Mademoiselle Cynthia gave chocolates to Major Hall minutes before he died.
Hey, wait just one moment. I see what you're trying to allude to, JJ. You're suggesting that the gifted chocolates killed the Major. But that line of reasoning holds no weight because the evidence is circumstantial. You don't even know what that means, do you, Falcon?
Circumstantial, my dear fellows. This is very bourgeois.
Oh, you have experience defending bourgeois, don't
The king just testified that Major Howell ate chocolates, and he was a dog.
Yes, that much is no longer in dispute. But you still have not proven that the chocolate is poisoned.
Ah, but there you are wrong.
Without that, we must assume that the swan was merely off, rather than speculating that she is a murderer. Yes! Of course! Shame on you, defense. Implicating a poor, innocent peasant like that. Absolutely disgrace. Why are in this trial and sheer aplomb.
Hold on. I do have evidence that the chocolate was, in fact, poison.
I don't believe you, JJ. If you had found a piece of evidence that's significant, you would have slammed it down already.
Well, I don't want to be too
I don't
wrong
want
with
to
my friend.
don't want to break the table.
Present it.
Present it.
Presenting.
Present arms.
Wait a minute. No.
You found Sparrington.
Well, I can. It's not really the evidence fuller type of evidence. He doesn't fit into my suitcase.
I've seen you fit a lot worse than that. Why am I not surprised, Falcon?
The drama was just getting good. Why did you all suddenly go quiet? I demand more.
Retrial! Well, Your Majesty, it appears that the defense just had a realization on. That is, he lacks the evidence to support his own inane theory, don't you, Falcone? Since he cannot continue his argument, I believe this cross-examination must come to an end.
I'm not done yet. Let me present my evidence.
Please don't, Falcone.
See, I had the chocolate wrapper back in my office and Sparrison ate it. Just going to drop my accent.
Stop, JJ. Stop while you still have a little dignity. The result of whatever crackpot pseudo-scientific experiment you performed do not constitute valid evidence. Who do you think you are? A member of the Royal Society? I think this trial is over, Your Honour. About bloody time. You may take your leave, Your Majesty.
Very well. I am pleased that justice has been thoroughly served.
Are you sure?
Until the next assassination attempt. Adieu, monsieur.
I will now deliberate the jury. And I'm taking my gavel with me. Objection!
Right on time. I believed in you, Sparrison.
Sorry, Falcon. I've always wanted to do that.
Sparrison, are you okay?
Yep. The doctor said that I had an iron stomach. Most of the poison passed straight through me. And you owe him 15 francs. Speaking of which, I would like to testify on that poisoned chocolate issue. I even got the doctor's note. See?
Yes. But nobody can read that.
It's too late. The last time, the trial is over. You can't be serious, Your Honor. The contents of that note could turn this entire trial on its head. You must allow it. Why are you constantly arguing with me? I thought the job of the proper prosecutor was to assist the judges. I told you, my honor. It's not in my honor. My job isn't to get a guilty verdict. It is to ensure that justice, sweet, sweet, pure justice, that she is served. I swear, you are the worst prosecutor in all of France. That is why he is a Walloon.
I cannot say I disagree, but go ahead, Sparrison. Read the contents of the note for the court to hear.
Ahem. This patient, Sparrison, was submitted to Salpêtrière Hospital, where he displayed a variety of symptoms. These include profuse sweating, a rapid fever, and severe nausea. The patient, take note of this one, the patient was diagnosed with, wait for it, poisoning. Probably originating from the plants known as aconite, also known as monkshood, wolfsbane, or October ale. When we questioned the patient, he admitted to having consumed a discarded chocolatey wrapper, potentially carrying the prison. He carried it with him to prison, the poison. Examining the contents of the patient's stomach was very uncomfortable, but I confirmed this to be true. As a mental health professional, I believe this patient to be clinically an all-right guy.
Completely.
But we could skip that. Yada yada. Yeah, here we go. Signed, Dr. Fella.
Thank you, Sparrison. I don't think I'll need to even need to quit. Between your note and the piece of room, every angle of the chocolate wrapper business has been covered.
The prosecution has a chance to cross-examine.
Oh, it doesn't.
Awesome. Wait, did you just say the king was here?
You can get his autograph.
Oh, sing here? Right.
No.
So, what happens now? Do I get cross-examined by the prosecution or something?
Why are you so eager?
To be honest, I see a little too cross-examined. You're clearly insane. Do your job, prosecutor. Cross-examine that glowing little twerp. Teach that hatchling and tear him to shreds. Your Honor, he has a note signed by a medical professional, definitively proving that the chocolate wrapper from the crime scene was poisoned. If we could nitpick the details or delve into time, nobody wants that.
You keep saying that.
God! So, then what the hell do we do now? We do nothing, Your Honor. The poison wrapper has introduced an element of doubt. The prosecution must accept that. But is the level of doubt reasonable? Is it significant? I think the members of the jury will agree. JJ's evidence is still tenuous.
Tenuous. I have no idea what that word means. I mean,
A step above circumstantial. You have proven a link, a not wholly illogical link, but you haven't proven beyond a doubt that makes it. And you haven't proven it's been killed by the rose. You're still making far too many assumptions. Where is the empiricism that is required? Where are the witnesses you can back up your claims?
witnesses?
What's that? I just have an assistant. Oh, I brought my girlfriend. Maybe she can help.
Don't speak nonsense, Sparrowson. You don't have a girlfriend.
I'll show you. Here she is.
Now I know you're lying.
Perjury in the court.
Hello?
You.
Harrison, it's great to see you on your feet, and you have been an enormous asset to the case. But what are you trying to pull off now?
Surprise witness, best man.
Best man. Well, surprise witness.
Yeah. I remember you mentioning that Cocorico likes called surprised witnesses, so I thought we'd beat him at his own game. Like,
You actually listen to what I say?
I write down everything you say. I brought a flower for this girl, and she appreciated it. So now she'll testify about Prince Juan.
His character. You're putting me in a difficult position, Sparrowson. Just moments before you arrived, we, the court, established that Mademoiselle Sidney is a possible suspect for this case.
What? That can't be right. I would not date a convict.
Never say never, Sparrowson.
Well, I mean, Hazel did date Clover, and she's kind of behind bars.
We even helped her escape.
Hazel's going down a dark road. And he's the chief.
Setting an example.
He's got to show the Bucks that their old chief can still do a thing or two.
Sparrowson, it's okay. But first I'm going to record.